You have two ranks, one for constructed and one for limited. Your constructed rank is affected by ranked gains.
That's a really nice one. Creatures and planeswalker your opponents control perpetually gain. If this permanent would die, exile it instead. Brittle Blast deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker. I like it. Artifact. Okay. Equipped creature has trample. Whenever equipped, creature deals combat damage to a player. Seek a card with mana value equal to that damage. Okay. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. I love these cards. Put all land cards revealed this way into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Okay. Daybound. Human werewolf. Transitions into werewolf. Okay. Riphook Raider. Okay. Riphook Raider can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Nightbound. That's a monster. Tap target creature. When Flourishing Hunter enters the battlefield, you gain life equal to the greatest toughness among other creatures you control. That's nice. Flourishing Hunter. I like him. Counter target spell unless its controller pays. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. Ooh, reverse psychology. Discard a card, sacrifice this artifact, draw a card. So that's good. So like when you get this guy on the playing field, this is a good strategy to go with, and it's an awesome strategy because your bad card that you like, man, I wish I had something else. You're capable of. You can discard this. You use that as a sacrifice to draw another card. Hopefully you don't draw a land, because by the time you play this, hopefully your land's already established. Put a warn counter on Unholy. Enchanted creature. Enchanted creature has lifelink. If Ancestor Embrace would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. Ho 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 ho! Damage dealt by a creature, planeswalker, or a spell with lifelink also causes its controllers to gain that much life. Disturb. Oh no, Lantern's Lift. Okay. Enchantment Aurora. Flying. Creature. Enchanted creature gets a 1/1 and has flying. If Lantern's Lift. I like these. Simple but awesome. I like flying because you can't block flying unless you have another flying creature. Very rarely you'll run into that. Oh man, I love these transforms into. What's this transform into? Oh, it's create a token. Target player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Create 2 blood tokens. And then when you create 2 blood tokens. Discard a card, sacrifice this artifact, and draw a card. That's pretty damn good. Enchanted creatures. When fear of death enters a battlefield, mill 2 cards. Enchanted creature gets XO, where X is the number of cards in your graveyard. Okay. Fear of death. When Bramble Armor enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets 2 warn. Nice. Human clear. Target creature gets 1 to end a turn. You gain 1 life. Only as a sorcerer. Seek a card with the same mana value as that spell. Flying. Whenever Angel of Unity enters the battlefield or you cast a party spell, choose a party creature card in your hand. It perpetually gets 1 warn. A party card or spell is a cleric, rogue, warrior, or wizard. Got 2 more. No more packs to open. Let's check this out. Let's check out the store. You know what I'm saying? Let's check the store out, man. Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. You son of a sickness. 2, 3, no blocks. Okay, so return target creature to its owners. No attacks. Yes, sir. You are about to be screwed, dude. I'll return. No, 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 I didn't see him! Fuck! Fuck! That cost me the game. That cost me the game. Damn it! God, man. I lost. Fuck. Oh, he's not done at all. Yeah, kill my creatures off. I'm gonna rebuild my deck on deck. Here we go. Let's finish it off. Negative 20. Man! The deck took a minute to get going, but once he got it going, I had one chance of stopping it, and I totally missed the card. Take these guys out ASAP. So he's a 2/2. I'll kill one. Not awesome. No attacks yet. Came close that time. A lot closer to beating it. Ooh. The strategy to his deck's so much better than mine, but there's a strategy to his fucking deck. Apparently I can beat him, and I just can't figure it out yet. Yeah, so no the summon. Vivian Reed. Okay, we're gonna go. Here. Two, two. No, fuck me. That cost me the game right there. That cost me the fucking game. Cost me. Should've took him out. Summoning sickness. I don't think this game is. Yeah. I ain't got nothing else to attack him with. beating this guy this time. I gotta figure it out now. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Cooper. Sit. Go outside in a second. Bottom. Okay. make a mistake like that, man, you might as well end it. Creature, I was supposed to summon against a spider, man, against a sentinel spider, and then attack, and I totally forgot to. What's up, fellas?
What's up,
What
Celtic?
up,
How you
Celtic?
doing, man?
Playing some Magic, man. Getting my ass beat. How's y'all's
That's what you
morning?
get.
You said you're watching Magic,
My
Mike?
morning was good, Celtic. It was ruined by BT and Showtime.
This morning, man, I was trying to link up with Showtime. I was on stream. You can go on my Twitch. I went on solo quads and had 10 kills, and then got killed by a sniper.
Yeah.
And
Good.
then I tried joining up with Showtime.
Magic,
BT,
the
but they was already
Gathering. You
full.
getting your ass beat on stream.
Yeah.
You know who they are full with?
Well, I'm
Rampy.
trying.
They're full with Rampy. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
trying
imagine
to.
that.
I'm trying to. I'm trying to pull up my. I just started
Man.
this game, so I'm building decks.
Oh.
So I got the
Oh,
sucky
Rampy
decks
is
and
nice,
these good
though.
decks. It's all strategy now.
Yo. Crumpets is on my neck.
Yeah.
Because you're racist.
You a bitch.
He said, "Cause I'm racist."
Yeah, you're hanging with fucking.
You're racist by association, bro. Tyson and Invader are attempting a world record.
Already beat that war, right?
Already beat your bottom.
Already beat your queen, yeah.
Oh my god, don't talk to me like that, nigga. I'm really busting you.
Water, I was outside.
Who the fucking dickhead?
Roll the clip.
Yeah, Dre, I want to hear that clip again.
Yeah, for real. Where's the clip, bro?
Yeah, Dre, where's the fucking clip?
You want to hear bad
Yes.
I
words?
want to
Celtic,
hear him call.
other year streaming, so you might want to move channels for a second, because I gotta play a clip of a very bad word.
Oh, you're good, man.
Be here. No,
Listen,
you won't
why
be
you good,
good.
man?
It's a word that is, you won't be good.
It's the hard R, so. Yeah.
Here, I can mute you. Go ahead. y'all done?
Oh, hold on. Oh,
Nah,
you
not
can.
yet.
But yeah, Showtime. That's why that nigga Kid Boo's not in Vietnam no more. Cause of that rampy shit. They get the racist fucking bitch. The little ass dick.
I'm sorry, I don't need to go into detail about anything. I just have one question. Did I hear that Rampy is racist?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Alright.
Been
That's all I need to know,
been
bro.
racist. So that's
Big
why I
racist.
told you I don't fuck with him the other day
Oh,
when he
okay.
said his name and shit. I never really did, but I just waited for I waited for him to fuck up again, and he did. So he, long story short, one day for some we up now shit, I was going at it with BT about something that I had a disagreement with. After that, I was like on the verge of like leaving We Up Now, and I was talking to like Kitbu and just playing pubs and stuff, and then Rampy came along and then said some fucking out of pocket shit. He basically got mad that there's a player that we thought was cheating, and I was playing with this other player that used to be a pro, and that pro player, like Rampy, for no reason was like, wait, isn't such and such a pro? And didn't he think, such and such was cheating? And John, well, Kibbu was like, nigga, I don't care. I'm a pro. Like, if that nigga's cheating. And Mark got offended that he was called nigga by us. Like, we don't call everybody nigga. So he spazzed on John and was like, don't call me nigga. Like, he dropped his voice and tried to act so tough. And he was like, don't call me nigga. I'm not a nigga. Y'all always call me nigga. Blah, blah, blah. Like, and then I muted him because, like, if somebody does that, if somebody's offended by being called nigga, then I just know, like,
It's about to go south.
that they're racist. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's some racist shit. If you're offended by being called nigga when everybody around black people know, you know what I mean? Like, that's how we talk. Like, that's just what's gonna happen. Like, so he got offended by it, and then because of that, I muted him because right away, like, the tone he used and the way he was so offended by being called nigga, it just, I said, how many times have we called you nigga? You know what I mean? Like, he ain't never been like, don't call me nigga. I ain't no nigga. So I was like, okay, so he thinks nigga and the hard R are the same word. Interesting. shows even more like your true colors I've been known of. And then I muted him, right? And apparently while I had him muted, he was spazzing on me. And he told me, since you want to act like a nigga, then be a dumb bitch. So he's saying that niggas are dumb bitches. Like, and I just never unmuted him ever since then, and I unfollowed him on Twitch and Twitter and everything, so he's probably not happy. He was mad about it. He's been subtweeting me for a while about it. I just, never said nothing. I told BT that Rampy's still in We Up Now. I'm leaving, so I've never officially came back to We Up Now because Rampy's in it.
I just go to the website, right? I clicked on HD60 Pro update drivers and downloads, right?
Yeah.
Okay, make sure I do that right. But yeah, then we have another video of.
Yeah, and then he literally called Fidel the hard R, and that's what I was showing Showtime, because when I woke up, Detroit DM'd me saying something about Rampy, and I was like, nigga, why are you still in his stream? And then because Fidel told like Detroit already that Rampy was racist, like I woke up and Detroit told me he was playing with like BT and somebody else, and like he got he got mad at someone. I was like, bro, why are you in his stream anyways? And then I got on my computer and I loaded Discord, and I seen that Rampy and BT and Show are all in the same fucking thing, and I was like, what the fuck? So I clicked on the stream and I seen Show's in there too, so I spazzed on Show about it too and told him.
Yeah, to fucking put his little nigga in his fucking place.
I was like, that nigga Rampy is literally racist, and you're playing with him on a pro black org, bro. Like, make it make sense. So then I had to show him the video of Rampy calling Fidela N-word, like literally with the hard R and everything.
Alright, it updated successfully.
I hate that happened, man, for real. Highly disappointed. I didn't know that happened, man. I thought everybody that was in this course was, cool, man.
No, Rampy, I just had to play with him because I had no one else to play with. So, like, I'd be playing and he'd see me, like, playing, like, solos or duos or something. And then he'd always come to my chat and ask. And, like, I didn't have no one else to play with, so I would let him play.
Yeah, the only second part is I have no audio out this fucking out this dumbass shit. Fucking hear shit. This monitor has no audio. Fuck! I might switch it to low-key, Joy, and have
What?
the with this this Asus monitor I can flip it horizontally.
Yeah, you can. You sure can. That's what Jordan does. But I mean, you don't really need, like I'm saying, you can still play on the bench too if you wanted to, like, because you're on console. But when
That's
you
what I
get,
was saying.
if you get the new console, you would get 120 hertz, and your monitor would look different.
Yeah, because I get 165 hertz on this Asus one.
Exactly. So you get all 120 hertz if you know what I mean. But
It's fast, daddy. So this one,
Oh my god.
you okay, baby?
I gotta get my cousin's help.
Fucking keyboard is so goddamn stiff. Fuck.
Alright, I'll be back.
You weren't beating off on these keys, were you, Joy?
huh?
So you weren't beating off into these keys, were you? Why these?
Test, test.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Can't hear you for some reason. Let me see if my settings. This. Um. It asked me if it wanted me to change some settings. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it changed my settings. That's all.
Okay.
I deleted a fuck ton of shit off my computer yesterday. So like I even cleared out like all the cookies and shit, so none of my passwords are there and everything got reset pretty much. All
Yeah.
my settings.
I had to do that 2 weekends ago.
My hard drive was full.
I got rid of I was getting a bunch of viruses even with Norton, so I deleted Norton
I'm
and
not a fan of Norton.
and yeah, you got to remember I'm a
Well,
beginner PCer, so
yeah.
I got McAfee now. And one thing I noticed last night is like when I'm not streaming, I run anywhere from like 90 to 120 FPS on Call of Duty. Last night I was bouncing from 160 to 190, and then when I streamed, I was anywhere from 80 to 115. And I was like, what is going on here? So I went to Google, and McAfee has this app upgrade thing, and it upgrades all your apps to its highest performances. So
Well,
it
all
helped.
Norton is also a very heavyweight program. It's not efficient. It requires a lot of resources on your computer. Um, Also, Norton has been sued several times and lost for paying virus writers.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so fuck Norton.
Yeah, fuck Norton, man. So, my issue is I've been going on an hour and a half right now on Magic, and I'm trying to beat this green deck with a blue deck, and I can't beat it. But there's a way to beat it, and I think I get
Is
it.
this one of those forced matchups? Like it is that
Yes.
deck versus that
Mm,
one? Okay, yeah,
yeah.
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 You're
So,
missing something here. You're probably okay. Blue is one of those decks where it's more reactive than active. Typically, not always, but that's typically how blue is played. And you got to learn how and when to use your instant spells or flash spells to
that's
maximum efficiency.
what you said is my issue. I'm
Yep,
I'm live in Buskell, uh, but
I'm watching.
so I'm gonna play this guy, and then while and then okay.
Route one. I put that on the bottom.
Yep, always. And it's gonna give me. Yes. Alright, so.
What are the cards? Why make them out?
Yeah, I hate this card right here. This guy, I freaking hate him. I hate him. So then, play the land.
What are the cards that are available?
Okay, I got Warden. He's flying. I like to get him in ASAP. And then,
And then the other one.
yeah. I get to draw a card.
Yep.
So play that one first. I've always played flying first.
The flying first, because then
Yep.
the next turn, if he survives,
Okay, let me turn this stuff down here. Okay. That's better. A lot better. Alright. Then play my land. Now I'm gonna get him in. Give me him, and then I'll play him again. Double him up. Alright, and I'm gonna do one attack. A flying, knock him down to 18. And then, so I don't want to block this, right? Well, I can with Wild Ruins, yeah. Never
yeah,
mind.
you can block one with a wall.
Yeah. See, now my summons. I have to block him, but you gotta pick a time, because I only get 2 summons throughout this whole deck. And I already got them right here. I got a summons here and a summons here. And, well, non-summons, I mean.
I would go to combat, attack with all your flyers.
which is only him.
No, there's 3 flyers.
Oh, there is. Okay. Good. Well, shouldn't
Backward.
shouldn't I play a land before I attack?
I mean, you could, but it's not going to change anything.
Okay, hit attack with all. But this spider right here, he's a reach.
Yeah, you're going to unsummon it.
Okay.
So hit attack with all, and then
Okay.
when it gives you the ability to play unsummon, you'll hit 3 attackers, and then play unsummon and target the spider.
Yeah. Alright, and then hit next. Okay, okay. And,
Good, play land,
yeah.
and then pass the turn.
Do I want to resolve this right now?
Yeah, resolve it.
Alright,
You'll do the same thing again, probably, more than likely. Or
alright.
what's the frilled sea serpent say?
Frilled sea serpent. Frilled sea serpent can't be blocked this turn.
Alright. Alright, cool. That's gonna be how you win the game.
So I'm going to pass on this.
Yeah.
Fuck you! I hate him, man. I hate him so bad.
Just block the 2/2 with the 0/4.
Oh. Okay. My turn. And then I should be able to play a land.
Play a land.
Get
let me do the
my,
math here. Hold on.
Okay.
If you blocks 1, you would hit for 4. Yep. Play the frilled sea serpent. No, attack with all. You'll hit him for 4. You'll lose 1 of your flyers.
Oh, Garrett, you beat him. Oh, man, you just fucking beat him, bro.
You
Yeah.
see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So.
what you do is you play your island.
Uh huh.
island.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna go to my hit next.
Well, use the frilled sea serpent's ability. Let's see. Read it again.
We can't do that yet. We gotta hit next, I think.
5, 6, 7. Oh damn. Can you not play another land?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. No, you hadn't played land this turn.
Yeah, I did right here.
Damn, that costs 7.
Yeah.
That's okay. Fuck. I guess you just attack with the frilled sea serpent with its ability, and
Yeah.
that's it this turn.
So just him.
Just the frilled sea serpent,
Okay.
and
That's it.
pay its ability. Select it and pay its ability. You may not be able to do it while in the attack. You may have to declare the attack and then before blocks.
So
Hit the 1 attacker and then immediately select your frilled sea serpent again and use its ability. Quickly. Yep.
oh
He
man.
doesn't clear you this turn and you kill him next turn.
So
You can choose to block however you want.
this guy doesn't do anything attack wise, so I'm gonna block him as much as I possibly can. So and hit a summons. these are flying, right? Yeah, so I need to protect the reach because this guy can't. Hold up. Is taller than tallest trees and older than but oldest. He can't attack my flying creatures, can he?
No, he doesn't have
Okay.
reach.
Okay.
Just because he's tall doesn't mean he can block flying.
Alright.
Play land.
Yeah.
Frilled Sea Serpent can't be blocked this turn. And then attack with all.
Oh my god, dude, you made it so easy, bro. The closest I got this guy was 2, and you got him with -4. Like that's vicious,
I know how to play
man.
blue. Blue's my color, man.
Oh man. Oh, thank you so much. Phew.
See, well, that's always why, like, when we play, I like to take my time
Yes.
and not just rush things down. Because through strategy, your cards can be much more valuable if you think about it.
Mm.
Knowing what's in the deck is part of it. You know, knowing what the potential of the next draw and the next draw and the next draw and how many draws are you going to have and what the percentage chances are. A lot of that gets involved in when you're playing at high level.
What
But
I'm
early on, just learning how to use those cards efficiently, like saving those unsummons and using them at the right moments and stuff like that.
yes.
Because they feel safe, so they do a thing, you know, and they're like, "Yeah, I feel safe now." And then all of a sudden, you're like, "Well, I'm going to attack," and they're like, "Haha, you dummy!" And then you're like, "Put it back in your hand." And you're like,
Well,
"Fuck, I lost a whole turn on that, and now I'm not safe. Like, I gotta play it again, and I can't play the other thing that I was going to play."
that's why I selected blue was exactly what you said, because when I was playing like in the beginning of this game, I played with all the colors to give me a sense, and you know, you get to
But
select your color.
blue is the hardest to learn how to
But
play efficiently.
yeah, yes it is,
It,
but I
it,
do
it
love how I
I
can say put that back in your hand.
honestly think it should be the last color you learn. Because knowing how the other colors work is part of knowing how to play blue.
Hope I'm doing it backwards like I'll do the rest of my life, I guess.
There's a lot of people that just that's all they do is they play blue because they like control, which is fine. But I think learning how to play the other colors will make you a better blue player.
Oh man, my deck looks nasty now. I like it. So it's gonna be a little bit slower this time.
You're against probably a mono white deck, which is going to be very aggressive with small creatures.
Whenever a creature with flying enters the battlefield under your control,
A good one to
or
get out
your
early.
shaman gets a +1/+1.
This would get bigger.
hmm So he'll become a 3/2. Well, my flying creature. I don't have a flying creature in here yet. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and play him. Pay 2. Oh yeah, pay 2. Okay. Man, I don't want to do this yet.
Actually, I uninstalled this off of my primary hard drive. I need to reinstall it on my secondary. I reinstalled Forza last night from my main hard drive over to my secondary hard drive because it was like 105 gigs, and I'm not done with it yet.
Forza 5.
Yeah, Horizon 5.
Yeah, Horizon. Yeah, I was thinking about downloading it, but my only thing, Austin, my little brother, when we lived in South Carolina, he ruined me on racing games. Like, I love racing games. If I have the setup, I would play racing games all day, every day, and never play any other game. But here's what messed me up was he had a full setup that he got for his birthday that Mom and Brian spent I think like $3,000 on. Yes.
He
And
had a sim set up, yeah.
dude, it was freaking insane, Gary.
Next
I
level.
thought I
Hey,
was
bro,
in
bro,
a
bro, bro,
real
bro.
car, and
You can get close to that without too much money.
yeah, you can. I've seen this one thing at Walmart. I forgot the name of it, but when I was at Walmart,
I
looked it
don't
up,
I
and
don't like the ones that they sell at Walmart.
well, the reviews of this one says it's a pretty good beginner entry. Um, it came with the Ferrari wheel, the one at Bluefield that I seen. It had the Ferrari wheel, um, and the senses and the feel of it. Everybody said it's medium, you know. It's decent. The gears that came with it
Was
was
it the
awesome.
Logitech by chance?
No, it wasn't the Logitech. This brand started with a T. I never heard of it before. T
Logitech
something.
has a dual force feedback steering wheel.
I like Logitech. That's what my
Um,
mouse is and my keyboard.
yeah, my mouse is Logitech. I've got two Logitech mice. I've got a corded one with more buttons. It's bigger and heavier for like when I'm playing more strategy games or something that require a lot of extra buttons. So that my keyboard hand doesn't have to hit as many. You know, I can put some of those far stretching keys on the mouse.
Yep.
And then I got my Logitech G Pro wireless, just a 5-button. You know, you got your slow wheel, your left, your right, and your 2 thumb buttons. Pretty basic, but it's pretty light and it's wireless. So I really like it just for the freedom it provides. Really pretty for when you're whipping around on shooters.
I think I just messed up. But yeah, after I
What happened to your creature?
he died, I messed up.
You can unsummon. You can unsummon your own creatures, by the way.
I didn't know that. Too late
Yep.
now.
Read the card. Return target creature to its owner's hand. So you can target any creature and put it in its owner's hand. So there's a difference between owner and controller in the game of Magic.
Okay.
Whoever owns the card, you own the card. You take it home at the end of the day, you brought it to the game, you own the card. Whoever controls the card has it in play under their control. So someone could steal your creature and use it for themselves. They're the controller of that card, but you're the owner of that card. Unsummon puts that card out of play into your hand.
Okay. So I should have played that.
You could have saved your creature, and you can unsummon the creature that's pacified, put it back in your hand. Pacifism will go to the graveyard, and you can play that Cloud's Skin Seer again.
Yeah. And then I have to play a land, I guess.
Although, I'm guessing for this matchup, you probably needed to have saved the other one that grew with each
Yeah.
flyer, but maybe not.
Well, double strike.
There may
man,
be
I can
another
do.
path. A lot of times, these are very, like, there's only one way to do it right, and it's the most efficient way.
Yeah.
And it's what it's trying to teach you. And like unsummon, don't unsummon their creatures when they play them. Unsummon them when they're attacking you. Unsummon them when you're attacking them.
Okay.
Unsummon it before it triggers an ability. You know, like if it reads at the beginning of its owner's upkeep, do something. Well, when you pass the turn at your end step, you'll be like, I'm gonna unsummon that before your upkeep. You know?
No, game over. I actually pushed the wrong button. No, I could unsummon him, but then I'll waste my unsummons. Yeah, this game's chalked. We're gonna have to do
You can't
it over.
block it.
No, I'm
Okay.
just starting it over. Cause I done messed up twice. So was you able to jump over onto Borderlands and get that where you kept on dying in the lava and it was costing you a bunch of money?
No, I never did get that yet. I'll have to figure it out later.
Has Totally got in on it yet with you?
We've played a little bit. He said he might play some this weekend.
Heck yeah. This game is so addictive though.
Here. I'm going to
You're gonna go live.
link you. Yeah, I'm live, but I'm linking you the sim racing wheel and shifter and pedal system from Logitech on their website, so you can actually like check it out It's really good for its price. It's not necessarily cheap, but it's not expensive either. It's kind of like reasonably priced for what you end up getting. There are other options out there, and you know, as you have experienced, even that $3,000 setup is considered to be a cheap racing sim
Oh yeah.
setup.
That's how Austin's shifter was. This driving force shifter. It was short like that. It was exactly like that. But after you race with these and then you go to controller, you're just like trash.
Oh, you don't have the same amount of finesse and control and stuff,
Yeah,
you know.
it's almost like when you're growing up, you go home. I hate to say it like this, but it's so true. You go home and you look in a magazine and you whackety whack and you're like, "Yay, my day's complete." And then you have sex with a female and you're like, "Whackety whacks for the birds." Like you're like, "I'd rather have the female than whackety whack." So, the same thing here, man. Like I'd rather have the girl before I would the hand, and the hand and
Oh
the
yeah.
controller is trash. I'd rather not play it. So I haven't played 5 yet because I don't have a setup. But I have a bunch of people at work that's been talking about it. So the graphics are insane. So 399 True Force Racing wheel for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. So 59.99 for the shifter. Racing wheel for
Call it about
so
100 with taxes.
yeah, so four.
I
So
think
about $500 you can.
there's different ways to mount that shifter.
Well,
You know,
the
some people put it on their desk, some people put it on the arm of their chair, some people get like a rack mount system, like a drum kit system, and the
mhm.
pedals are set at an angle on the bars, and then the shifter mounts on the bars, and the steering wheel mounts on the bars.
I'm gonna get me some tubing and weld me a thing together so I sit inside of it and have my monitors mounted to it. I
Get
might
a
have
get
to.
a get a cheap racing chair.
Yep, that's my goal, man. That is my goal to start racing. Like I'm not lying. Like I love racing games.
Racing games are great, dude. And Forza Horizon 5 is actually fantastic.
It
The
is.
map, okay, it's basically Forza Horizon 4 with a new map and a bunch of improvements. It's kind of like Borderlands 3 over Borderlands 2. They made a whack ton of improvements, quality of life, gunplay, movement, like the maps are better. Like there's just a lot of things that are better
Mm.
um, about it.
What I noticed with
Still feels like the
Austin's,
same old game.
this might have a better gripping pad or whatever you want to call it, better locking system. But Austin's locking system, we had a table and we would lock the steering wheel onto the table and everything and sit in front of the TV and then
Yeah.
the gas pedals and clutch and everything had these rubber stickers on the ground so it wouldn't slide. It never slid, but on the table though, the clamps would come undone if you was giving it hell, so they would come undone. I can't remember the brand though, but yeah, they would come undone a lot. And then I YouTubed and I seen these people like in these roll cages and like just having it mounted to like a stationary area, and I was just like, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy me some tubing and I'm gonna make it look legit. Where's Brennan? He's racing, literally, virtual reality. That's what I want to do, and I want to have 3 monitors too, man, to
I
where
think
it's
this is the one I had. It wasn't that color. I think it was a Mad Catz racing wheel for the PS2, and it had like suction cups you could put on a table, or it had thigh grippers.
thigh grippers. Hmm.
So like they were just arced pieces of plastics that pulled down out of the bottom of it
Mhm.
with rubber grips on the end of it, and they'd go around over the outside of your thighs, and then you just squeeze out with your thighs a little, basically natural sitting position because it was kind of tight,
Huh.
and it would lock the steering wheel in, and it had a shifter on the wheel but I think it was just an up-down shifter, you know.
Yeah, I see these have shifters too on the wheel, but I'm a fan of the knob. I like
Yeah,
I like
the
that's
proper shifter.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
I just I like the full experience. Even in cars, man, like Taryn
It-
and my sons, like, oh, the like when we had the Journey, it had shifters on the back, and Ashton was like, "Why don't you ever use the shifters?" I'm like, "Son,
But
that's
I had that, and even just that old technology on the PlayStation 2, dude. Like it was like night and day difference in my ability to skunk people online
hmm
that you could tell were on controllers that didn't have the finesse that you do on a steering wheel and pedal.
a lot of like
Especially when you turn like anti-lock brake and all the driving assists off, and you
mm,
need that throttle control and steering control.
oh man, racing to me is like I feel like that's what I was born to do.
Like all my friends that play Forza, they use ABS and traction control. I at least turn traction control off. I usually do leave ABS on unless I'm driving a retro car that wouldn't have it, and then sometimes I will turn it off.
Right. We're on the same page. I agree with that. I used to say I was one of the best drivers I've ever known, but now since I got the DUI, I don't claim that no more. But even though I was intoxicated, I still don't claim it. But a lot of people's told me I should go to Supercross. A lot of people, when I was like 19 and 20, man, Brian said that he would invest in me in four wheeler racing, but I never feel safe on it. I ride a four wheeler like.
Four wheelers are top heavy; they want to roll.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah. I'll ride one, and like all my
I was like,
friends and everybody's like,
go
"You're
kart
crazy."
racing would have just been so much safer. And actually, kart racing is really where you build true racing skills.
Yeah, like the GoPro track in North Carolina. I went to that a few times, man, and they got people like pro people that come down there. Like they'll shut the track down. Like you can't go race it. It's only made for racers. And then they have open days where civilians like me and you go in there. And when you go in there as a civilian, you got to take a 2 hour driving course, and it's a fucking video of them teaching you what to do and how to read curves and how to go in a curve and come out of a curve. And I'm so,
Like, nah, motherfucker, I
yeah,
know all this shit. Just
yeah,
put me on the fucking track.
that's how I felt the whole time, man. And in my head, I'm just thinking, if people have to go through this class when they come here, they shouldn't be here. Because these go-karts went 80 miles an hour. You can find it on YouTube. It's the GoPro track in
Yeah,
Statesville,
I've
North
I've
Carolina.
I've watched it.
And
That's a cool place.
yeah, and you're thinking 80, like, okay, I do 80 on the interstate. I can handle this. But when you are like ass on the ground and you're jammed up in this little thing and this track is compacted with curves, 80 is fucking fast as shit.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my
Oh,
god.
dude. I did the NASCAR Speed Park, and I've done a lot of the 50 and 60-mile-an-hour carts, and those are fast
Yes.
on
The
tight tracks.
the
Very
the
fast.
one that you sit inside of and the car sits over
Yeah,
you. Yeah, in your head. Yeah, I
yeah.
did those. I
It's like a
love them.
micro car.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta you gotta open up the top of the car to get in it.
Yeah, man, and your head's just
Little
bob.
flap.
Your all you can see is your head, and it's bobbing in and out. Yeah, Terrence got videos of me doing that. I came in first place in Tennessee, and
Oh,
that's where we did it.
dude, when I did the NASCAR Speed Park, I set course records.
I didn't set no. They didn't tell me if I set a course record. I just
There
beat
was
them.
only one track, and it was the biggest one that I couldn't do because I was under 18. You had to be at least 18 to do the big one.
Yeah,
They did like 75, I think.
and you have to have a driver's license
Yeah.
because my
See, I was
buddy
underage,
Joey
so I
didn't
couldn't do
have
that.
his.
But I set driver and course records on all of the tracks besides that one when I was down there.
I won with number 43. And check this out, 43 hasn't won in like a month, the workers there said. And we're standing in line for like a good 40 minutes. It's packed that day. Taryn's pouring. Taryn, she don't get hot. And it's so hot outside, she's pouring the sweat. I'm soaked. And she's like, I'm gonna go get some water. I'm like, no, just stay here. I'm about to get in. So finally, I get in this motherfucker, and they give me 43, and everybody's like, you're gonna lose, you know. And the whole time, we're finding out cars that are fast and cars that aren't fast, and I don't believe in that. I think they're all equal, just how you drive it. And so I get in 43, and
I've been at some of those places. Some of them are a little less well maintained or something. One's an older cart or something. It's lost some horsepower, you know.
see, I haven't had that bad luck yet, man.
It
And
depends on how old the place is, but
probably,
definitely going down the straights, I've seen some be like a whole mile an hour or 2 mile an hour slower than the other carts. And
God, I'd be
in
pissed
kart
off.
racing, that can be rough.
Yeah, but
That
like,
can be rough.
I'm like, dude, this is not equal. Yeah, I'd be pissed off at that
Good
point.
driver can make it up in the twisties though.
Oh yeah, just straighten it up. And so I got on there, and dude, I fucking ate them up, man. Like, I think within the first lap and a half, I started in sixth. The first lap and a half, I was already in the lead, but nobody was behind me. But I didn't know that it was not behind me until I seen the video, because you can't turn, and I don't have a mirror or nothing. You can just feel if they're coming up on you or not, you know, just knowing your surroundings. But yeah, I won, and then I get out, and Taryn's like, I got that on video. I was like, woohoo! And that's when I found out by the workers. It's like, dude, that car hasn't won in like a month. And I was like, what'd you do to it, man? Because we was watching and it never won either. He's like, I don't know. I guess it's the driver. And I was like, that's what I've always told people.
What is the driver?
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, man, number 43, the car that didn't win, I won with. And all my buddies, Randall and Joey, was pissed off, man. The same thing with like a dirt bike. I'm dangerous on dirt bikes. But Taryn and my kids have really slowed me down. I don't raise hell.
Yeah. Well,
And
you just getting older too.
yeah,
That's
but
a factor as well.
yeah, and like but like when I get in a video game, dude, I don't lose on racing games 'cause I act like I'm in real life. Like I just push it to its limit, and I'm not scared of wrecking 'cause I'm like I'm not gonna die. You know, in real life, I'm gonna fucking die if I wreck. But here, I'm like, let's do it.
All right. I'm gonna try to. This was kicking my ass last night.
All right, let me check you out here.
Benediction of pain.
Why are you not allowing me to? Thank you. Took forever to load up. Okay. You got a sniper?
No.
Oh,
Well, I do, but don't have it equipped. I don't think.
oh, okay.
So,
The new Warzone
actually,
map is so many variables to it. So I play with J Temp. He's a pro, and Invader and all of them. You know, they've been on the Twitch pros and tournaments and all this, and won them in the duos. They won the last one, but they're complaining, Garrett, because um that it's like it's built for campers, and I was like, I don't think it
that's a
is.
strategy.
I
That's
was,
a strategy. People just don't like it, and they'll just have to get over it.
but after they had that conversation with me, because you know I wasn't open to it, I was like, you know, we all want to change. We just tired of Verdansk, and now that we have a new map, humans in general just don't like change, and that's why we don't like it right now. And Jay was like, no, it's built for campers. And when we got to playing it, I totally agree. Like it's almost
Well,
impossible to give the fans, you know, as a streamer. Um,
everybody wants to run and gun, but war was not made for running and gunning. That's how you die.
right? Yeah,
So
I don't mean like all out
guerrilla
blitz run and
tactics is
gun.
how you make it.
Yeah,
Like
this map is a run, gun, pause. Like you have, it's a rotational map, if that's fair to say. It's almost like Apex in a way, but not Apex. You know
yeah,
how
you
Apex is
gotta
very
rotate.
rotation. Yeah, you have to rotate, but you have to know when
Positioning.
not to rotate too. I feel,
Yep. Yep.
and and
It's just going to take them some time to figure it out. But I hate when people complain and blame like that. You're halting your own progression by blaming others and other things that are out of your control. What you can control is what you should be blaming. You made a choice, and it was the wrong choice in that moment. Why?
yeah,
Why was it the wrong choice? where was the mistake made? That's how you get better.
But like the campers on this map, though, man, they will find like
I've
there's
never cut. I've
bushes
never
everywhere.
never in my once in my life have I ever been like that fucking camper.
I've said it a few times, and it was last night. And the reason why is like you get stuck on this like at the volcano
Dude,
point.
I've
It's in
been
the
caught a camper while running and gunning.
oh me too.
You literally only see that split second.
Oh.
You don't know what they were doing.
But you can spectate. So this is why I called him a camper.
Yeah,
So-
afterwards.
yeah. So this is why I called him a camper. So in the middle of the map is the tallest, and when you're going up this hill, it's literally you're looking up at the sky, no bullshit, and people above you, it's fighting you down. It's tough. It is a different atmosphere and environment, and it's challenging. But I'm not bashing that. That's a challenge. But when you have people that's in these bushes and you got trees and everything everywhere and they're just laying in a bush, you know, and you got the smoke behind you and they're just like,
I love
"Pah!"
laying in a bush and winning, dude.
Oh my
That's
God,
hilarious.
dude, it makes me so mad, Garrett. So that's what happened to me last night. I'm like, you
Like shooting
bastard.
bushes.
Yeah, like who killed you? The bush, you know? And
You
I'm-
know what? Ask my granddad how Vietnam War was. A bush
Oh.
shot at you, you shot back at the bush.
yeah, I've
And
heard
that's
that.
exactly what he says. That is war.
Mhm.
And people who are like, I don't. Well, you don't like war, okay?
I think what makes them so
If you want to run and gun, play Halo. Halo is a run and gun game. It's
Yeah.
not a war simulator game. You want to run and gun, play fucking Borderlands. It's not competitive, but it's a run and gun game.
I think the complaint is you being a streamer, and a lot of streamers have said this, you know, like Swag and all them, but like,
They all jump on the bandwagon, is what it is. It's just bandwagon.
well, you got to create content for your fans, and I
Yeah.
totally understand that. You know,
And
you don't want to watch
controversy
somebody
is
camping.
what sells.
Yeah, so you don't want to watch.
And you don't. You want action-packed
Yeah.
run and gun.
And that's this
Cool-
map is
cool
hard
shit.
for that. It's very very hard on that.
This is very, very hard.
Oh, I just seen you die. Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I got downed, you normally have a fight for your life, but they were dishing out so much damage, my fight for life just disintegrated.
Well, that's a wicked looking gun. Okay. So I'm gonna play him. Hold up. No, I do not want to attack. No attack. That's what it is.
Big cheese daddy, holy fuck. He's fucking me up, dude. I've got to kill him.
Why is it not allowing me to unsummon you? Oh, he's got double strike on there. Okay.
What the fuck? Where's my fight for my life? What the fuck? Do you mind rocking the class mod or the thing that reduces my fight for my life? Illusions of grandeur. No. Try this. Painful, yes. Humbling, no. I'm still the best.
Attack, can't attack or block.
daddy. What about that big cheese daddy?
Oh my god.
Finally, fuck. I just couldn't get down in the midst of all of them to start with. I had to shoot them from afar at first, so I wasn't aggroing every last one. Didn't drop no legendary. Actually, you need to fucking come back. Oh yeah, that double strike. Also, the first attack of double strike is like first strike. So when double strike, it's basically first strike and regular attack. So remember that they attack first. So if they kill your creature with double strike, your creature that's blocking it actually isn't going to do its damage to it because it's going to die on the first attack when it doesn't attack. Know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm inside of a psycho's mind, by the way, right now. In Borderlands. Playing inside of his mind.
Oh my god, I
There's a
just
lot of
won by
pain
myself
behind it.
against this white deck. This blue deck is so vicious.
When it's played
Oh
right, it's good.
man, it is so
It's good.
vicious. Oh man. I feel like my brain works better in Magic when I'm talking to you. I guess because I'm like I can't tell him I just failed again. Pressure. Target player draws 7 cards. Okay. So target player, when it says that in Magic, is that in
You can target any player.
myself as well?
Yep.
Okay. I like that. Target
Your
creature
friend,
you
your
control.
enemy. Like, okay, that say your opponent has 6 cards left in their library. You play that card, they lose because they can't draw 7 cards.
Wow. Dude, I just learned about hexproof, so I got a card. So target creature you control gets a 0+3 and gains hexproof until end of turn. A player or permanent with hexproof can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponent control. So like if he tries to like unsummons my guy and says that he can't attack at this time, I can play this card at this instant to kill that
Yep.
card off because he's got
Yep.
hexproof, right?
Yep. It'll make that card do nothing that he
Exactly.
played.
So my card now then can attack because that's what that white deck
Like,
just did
yeah.
to me.
Yeah,
So
because it's in response. It's like, okay, you're gonna play that card. Well, I have a response, bitch.
yeah, I'm starting to understand this game now, man. I like it.
Blue says no a lot to its opponents. It's just like no. It's not always trying to kill its opponent, but it's almost always trying to say no.
Like this deck,
You know,
I'm gonna
control.
buy some of these. Like the decks I play on here, I might end up finding them and buying them. That's probably what this game's intended for too, to help you try decks out.
Part of it, yeah.
See what works, what don't work for your
Now-
character, for the way you like to play. That's fair to
Yeah.
say. For the way you,
I
because
do
all the decks are
recommend
awesome.
to spend minimal money. Fuck. That legendary just fell.
I'm gonna buy
Um,
a bunch of packs too. Like once a month, I want to have like a big pack opening, and I'm gonna go live on my stream and just open up packs and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
People
figure
love that shit. The
exactly.
Magic community, they found out about it.
Yeah,
They'd
that's
be
what.
like, dude, guys cracking packs. Get
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, and then like hopefully if I open like a major pack or
I mean,
whatnot, I can get like
you
some money out of it. You know, like
you
people start
you
bidding.
can also you can trade pulls for memes.
What do you mean?
You can show the people the good cards that you pulled for memes. People exchange them for memes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Pictures of pictures of your cards for
Yeah,
memes.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I got this one. I got this one card I'm willing to show you, but I have to get 20 followers before I show it. Like stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Son, you need to just give up on Pokemon. Why do you not want to play Magic? Pokemon is more
Magic's a
complicated
real man's
than
game.
Magic.
Pokemon is not more complicated
Pokemon
than Magic.
is Garrett. Go with me here. So,
It's
Magic.
the second Pokemon is the second most complicated card game. Magic is the first. Magic is also actually the most complex game on the planet.
Dude, it is. It really is. But I like the mental challenge, man. I love it. Now I gotta go against a red deck.
I think Chinese Go, the game of Go, is the second most complex game on the planet.
Never heard of Chinese Go. I've heard of Pokemon Go and people was getting hit by cars trying to catch Pokemon.
Go is just, you ever seen the game with a board with a fuck ton of squares on it and people are just putting down white and black round things?
Yeah.
And when like they take over a line, you know, it'll switch over to their color type thing. Let's go.
Oh my god, red deck. Whenever 10 Street Cat becomes blocked, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. Dag nabbit. So if I block this guy, he gets to create a 1/1 red goblin creature.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I hate dying.
There you are again on your knees. Poor Garrett. He didn't wake up today thinking, man, I'm gonna be on my knees for a while.
Well, my build at the moment, it's not for survivability, it's for DPS.
Okay. Alright, so the only thing about upgrading my deck that I'm noticing is it's taking more land, so my deck's a little slower now. But I'll be okay. Alright, so we're gonna play this guy. And I think I'm gonna go Waterkin Shaman. Because whenever a creature with flying enters the battlefield
Shaman.
under your
It's a shaman.
Shaman, okay. Waterkin Shaman. Okay, so here we go. Him. Choose blockers. Oh, of course. So 2 warn. 2 is my attack and 1 is my defense.
Shit, where's my dude? Revive me, dude.
Ah, I got summoning sickness. Fuck, I forgot about that.
You can still block with summoning sick creatures, you just can't attack.
Right. So I'm going against a 1/1 and a 2/1. Now the first number is my attack, the second number is my defense, right?
Yep.
So a 1/1 versus a 2/1, that kills the cards off. They just die. No.
Both of them would die, yes.
Fuck, man.
I would not block.
No.
I would not block.
No, I'm not. Heck no.
Your guy will grow bigger than his. Yeah. And it's just 1 damage. Your life is a resource. You only need 1 life to win a game.
True. Hey, I've seen you beat.
Whether you
Turley-
win by
I've
an
seen you beat
inch
Turley
or
with-
whether you
with
win
2
by a
life.
mile, winning is winning.
Do you remember that match? I don't remember. I think you had
Yep.
your fairies or something, but that's back
Oh,
when.
dude, that was actually a really, really good game, and I was surprised. I know
It-
Turley helped you out, but
he
like
had
that was still a really,
no,
really,
no,
really
no.
good game.
Y'all two was going after it, and you had your fairies or something. You had something like that,
Okay.
fairies or something. And I can't remember his deck, but like he came at you. His deck came at you so fast, and
Oh,
he,
he knew, so he went and whipped out some of his best shit.
yeah, he kept on going to his
I
fucking
did too,
deck.
though.
Yeah, he kept on going to his
We
deck.
all winked. We winked at each other when you weren't looking.
I didn't. I was
We
like,
wanted it to be a sick ass game.
oh, dude, it was sick. What got me was I didn't know you could keep on, like, his deck kept on allowing him to go to his fucking,
Library.
his library and pull stuff out from exiles and shit. I'm like, what the fuck, And then, like, he had you down to, like, two points. I think he was down to, like, 9. I'm like, oh, man, cousin's
And
gonna
we
take
had
an
this
L.
impossible comeback.
And then it was your turn, and it was nasty. Like, he died, but he went in the negatives. I can't remember how far. But after that happened, even Keith, and then was like, dude, this is, I think Keith or Kevin, whatever his name is. He was like, that was
Kevin.
sick. Yeah, I was like, I don't know what happened, but that was awesome because you had 2, and he had 9, and now he's in the negative. Like, that's got to be a bummer. Like he just bent you over and he's like, dick up your ass. Like, damn, it's embarrassing. Because in your head, you're like, okay, I got him down to 2, just 2 more hits, and he's done. He's got to hit me 9 times. Oh, you hit him more than 9. Okay, I got you. But yeah, that was a good night that night. And then he beat me in chess. He's a sick chess
Oh.
player.
Yeah, he's who taught me how to play chess properly.
I used to be nasty when I was locked up, man, because that's all I ever did. I played chess every day, all day, and then I haven't played chess in I can't tell you how many years. And then I played against Turley, and like I totally forgot my eyesight of it and my
I was
brain.
just he was toying with you too.
Yes, he was. He told me, he's like, I was just taking it easy on you, and I was like, I'm ashamed of myself because that used to not be me, but. I hope Taryn
He
gets
wanted
me a
to
chessboard
he
for
wanted to give you a
Christmas.
chance to see what you would do, not just can you stop this strategy. If you don't know how to stop it, you're going to lose to it.
Oh yeah. I tried. I played him like 3 times back to back and couldn't get him. Now the last game, he said I made him have to step it up, but that's because my brain started coming back around to it. But
Yeah.
that's just all I got to do, man. But I did ask Taryn
That's
for
like-
a chessboard for Christmas, and so we'll see if I get.
Epic
if she gets me one.
Games has a free chess game that you can download that's really good.
Oh yeah, I play it. I got it on my phone and stuff, but like I don't. I feel like playing chess in person is
Physical
so.
pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, physical pieces and going up against a human mind is in chess. Like, don't get me wrong, computer games they can simulate a lot of stuff like spades and stuff. They can simulate a lot of real life occurrences, but chess it's so hard to simulate
Yeah.
somebody's brain.
Hey, one time I had a guy challenge me to chess, and it took us a while to get the time to get to play each other. Anyways, I went over to his house. I played him at a game of chess. I embarrassed him so bad. He's a psychiatrist for like kids that goes around to the schools and does like he gives them tests to figure out like what type of learning would actually benefit them. You know, do they need to be in a different type of class? Do they need to get out of the visual learning classes and get into a hands-on class type thing?
Uh-huh.
And that's what he does. And after I gave him 3 pieces that game. It was like 2 pawns and a bishop. I took every last piece he had on the board with ease. And he said, I want to give you an IQ test because I've never been beaten by anybody at chess like that. And I claim to be a good chess player. I was like, honestly, you make a foul amount of mistakes.
How'd he take
I was
that?
like, I was like,
How'd he
your
take it?
drunk buddy over here plays better chess than you. He didn't like it. He said, I still want to give you that IQ test. He just
Oh,
couldn't fathom
man.
it. He's like, you must be a genius. I was like, I'm smarter than most people think.
That you
Most people
are.
most people discredit me.
Not me. That's one thing. If I can't figure nothing out, you're the first person. Well, you're actually the only person, Taryn, to tell you that, because I can't stand to ask people for stuff. But I know you're pretty cool about it. So I'm like, Garrett, I can't figure this out. And you're like, oh, this is that. And you go on about your life. The reason why I can't stand to ask people stuff is like, I'll ask them something, like when I was growing up,
They
and then
belittle you.
and they belittle you. Yeah, so like that's why I'm so independent. But like, if I can't figure it out, you're the only person I'll turn towards, because
I
I don't.
try to help people with it, and I'm not belittling them, but they've been belittled so much for being wrong that they just attack me for trying to be helpful. And
Yep.
like, it's like, I'm not trying to belittle you, tell you you're dumb or anything. I'm either asking you why are you doing that way so I can understand.
I'm the
'Cause
same
I don't
way.
understand.
Yep.
Or I'm giving you some information that may help you along the way if you don't discredit it. I'm not being like, oh, you're an idiot, it's this. I'm like, hey, that's actually not correct. It would be this. And here's some information backing that up. You're just a smart ass know-it-all. No, you're just a dumbass. I'm trying to be helpful, but clearly that's not okay.
Yeah, that's how it is with me with a few people, man. Like if I know something and I see that they are totally wrong or going about, like even at work, and I see them going about it the wrong way, I'm like, hey man, like you can hit this beat a whole lot easier if you just turn the wires. I'm comfortable here. I'm like, okay, well, you know, we have numbers to meet, so I'm
Like,
just trying to help you out.
not only that, like I wouldn't be coming up to you saying that stuff if I didn't see you struggling.
Yeah, yeah. Like if we didn't have numbers to meet, I'll let people figure it out on their own. But the reason why I step up is because I have things to do and I don't want to stay over. So if I see that we're not hitting our number at a certain time that we're supposed to be, and there's still a
Gotta
chance,
pick up the
yeah,
the loose chain, you know.
yeah. So I'll walk up to you, man. I'll be like, hey, if you turn that heat up a little bit, it'll help you out with that grinding, because it'll burn through that metal a little bit hotter, and you won't have such
Yeah.
of a weld.
See, for me, it's been so long since I welded. I know what a good weld looks like, but I couldn't quite remember. And the second day back, I watched a YouTube video of that, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I think I need just a little bit more heat." And I turned it because we started off on 4, but with the wire speed too high,
So it
like
starts sputtering.
while I was testing, yeah, so it was sputtering and jumping.
Hmm.
So I turned the wire speed down, thinking it was the voltage, and I got it to where I was happy. But I was like, it's not quite right.
Yeah.
And then like later on in the day, we figured out, no, this is the voltage, that's the wire speed. I thought it was the fan speed was the voltage, but the fan didn't seem to be changing when I turned the knob. So I was like, I don't know what that does.
Yeah.
Their labeling was a little funny.
Mhm.
Anyways, a little practice, a little bit later, I was laying down some real nice lines and stuff that didn't take hardly any grinding, and it
Oh
was a
yeah.
good solid weld.
This who Raven, I think his name is. He's a young, just came out of college from welding. He started with us a few months ago, and they put him on uphill welds on the front subs, and that's where I'm at. I build front subs, and they had him up on the uphills. And I went over there, and dude, he was spending more time grinding than he was welding. And I went over there, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" I was like, "This is
Yeah.
Flux
I
Core."
started off spending about as much time grinding as welding, and then it ended up being about a third of the time grinding as welding.
Hmm. And what happened was, Garrett, was some of the older buddies wanted to fuck with him because he's a greenhorn. So they turned the
They,
you can use flux without gas. That's what flux is made
yeah,
for.
yeah,
But
yeah,
it's not gonna be prestiged, you know.
yeah.
So they
You can't get even a professional welder can't get as clean a welds with flux.
right,
They can
exactly.
get pretty clean. Don't get me wrong, but it won't be as clean as gassed.
Exactly. So I went up to him. I said, "What the fuck's wrong with your welder, man?" Because I didn't want to say them welds look like shit. I just said, "What's wrong with your welder, man? That looks like shit." He said, "I don't know, man. I'm doing everything I learned in school and all that. I've never had this much issue." And I was like, look at that lever over there. And he said, what is that? I said, that's your gas lever somebody turned off. So then he goes over there, he turns his gas lever back on, and then so we're going and it's too much gas. And I'm like, what the fuck? So they done turned it all the way up on him. So we had to go over there and fix it for him, and then finally he starts welding up, and the kid Raven's got some nice uphill welds. I just had to tell him to pause a little bit on the sides. But after he figured that out, dude's a monster. But he said that he went to Southwest and they never taught him the pause mechanisms for the sides of going uphill. I was like, well, how'd you pass? And he said, I just my eye and saying that's good enough. And I was like, yeah, man, anytime you go uphill, bro, don't hold in the middle. Just hold on this, hold a half a second each. Whip it left, whip it right, whip it left. Don't go whip, whip, whip. And then once I told him that, dude, that's I walked away, came back, checked him up later, and dude, the welds was phenomenal. And had because he had gas on, had the technique down, and he said thank you. And I enjoy things like that, man, because I've had guys when
Yeah.
I started welding.
He took the time to actually learn, and then he's like, oh yeah, clearly.
Because when I was
And
welding,
now when you give him advice, he'll actually think to be like, okay, maybe I should listen. 'Cause
right?
last time it worked.
Yeah, man.
Tommy's still not got there with me yet, but those are usually when it's bad days. Usually on a good day, he's like, yeah, that's a good idea. But on a bad day, he'll snap at me and he'll be like, why are you always jumping on me? It's not the right way. And I'm like, just calm down. I didn't say it was the wrong way. I said, what about this way? And you're instantly like, you're the bad guy. And I'm like, no, you get on to me about the way I do things too, but I don't get all butthurt about it.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
When
I
I
love when people try to put it on you when it's pretty equal,
dude,
but you just don't get bent about it.
when I worked at LMEC, it was a bunch of roughnecks there, and in school you're taught not to weld downhill. It's frowned upon. You just don't do it. And at LMEC, that's all you do is weld downhill, but it's because you're on a rotational. You use robots, but before you use robots, you gotta show that you can do it with your hand first. Based on that video I sent you when I was using a robot. But because you do hand welds, like the parts that you put into the tank, but the heads of the tank, you robot weld that. But before you robot weld that you have to show that you can do it hand weld it too, in case the robot dies down. They know they can depend on you.
Yeah.
Well, when I very first started welding the heads, man, I blew through. I think it was like 6 heads back to back, and I had to patch them up, grind them, everything, 6 of them back to back. And I was looking around to feel a vibe to see who I can ask for to, hey, what's going on here? I've got all this set up. I've changed my settings. I see it. It's just it's not looking like it's gonna burn through, and then I whip it and it burns right through. And so I couldn't find nobody to ask for it, and nobody ever came up to me, not one time, and said, if you do it this way, this will fix it. So everything at LMEC I learned by trial and error and YouTube,
Yeah.
and just trying to fix it. But
YouTube
utility,
helps a lot, but it's only so much. 'Cause,
yeah,
you got to know what to look for too,
yeah,
and find the right video because there's so much out there.
yeah. So you got to do the trial and error thing, so And then when I went to utility, I was like the baddest dude in my department. Everybody's coming up to me, and then when the new guys come in, like people just want to fuck with them, man. And
I hate that shit.
yeah,
This is a job. You're not here to fuck around. Fuck off.
yeah, man. I'm like,
I'm not for fucking around while at work. I
yeah,
don't like that shit.
I'll joke around, but I won't
Grow up.
fuck around with your shit.
Yeah, joke around. That's fine. Make jokes and stuff and be
Yeah.
stupid, but don't fuck with people's work.
No, man.
That's how you get people fired.
It makes me mad on the inside because I'm like, I know you're trying to get a laugh out of it, and you mean no harm, but you're pissing me off because it's slowing us down. If they tell us, this is what I tell myself in my head. I'm like, if they tell me you have to stay an hour over because this little incident slowed us down, I'm going
The
to be
difference
pissed
is
off.
pride in work. Those people that do that shit, they don't have that much pride in what they do. They're just there for a paycheck.
Oh, Raven, man, he come, he'll come up, he'll be like that weld right there, man. That looks like my 2-year-old did that, and I'm like, yeah. And that's him saying that my weld is a good weld, and then his welds, I'll come up to him like, "What the fuck is wrong with you today?" But dude, he's on point, man. Like I
My
love to
unborn
weld with
baby
him.
could make a better weld than that.
Yeah, that's saying.
Yeah, that's how you fuck with people.
Yeah, that's saying a good weld. You know, that's how me and Raven. But Raven's the only guy that I actually have a good work relationship with. Everybody else, I just work. I don't really communicate because I don't want to create that friendship zone
Yeah,
to
it's
where
just
they,
work.
yeah.
It is just work, and we're old.
Well,
You know, we
these
don't need a
guys,
lot.
if you're in their friendship zone, that I've noticed, they, everybody pranks everybody there. So I've
Yeah.
noticed that, and I'm like, okay, they're gonna consider me a worker and not a friend, and that's it, you know, and that's how I've kept it. Except for Raven, when Raven came in, it was just something about him, and me and him talked and kicked it, and
Personality click
yeah,
vibes.
yeah, and we don't mess with each other's work or anything, but we'll talk smack to each other from time to time. But that's
Yeah.
it. But these other guys, like if you get into what I like to call their friend zone, they think, oh, he's a friend, so I can fuck with him now. No, 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 no. Because I'm trying to go home, dude. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Now, if we didn't get penalized for not getting our numbers, then I could care less. You know, hey, I turned your gas off. Okay, I'll walk back over there and turn it back on. But I get so pissed off watching other people get messed with because I'm like, if that slows us down to where we're penalized for it, I'm going to cuss you out, man. And it hasn't happened yet. But
Well, I
my
mean, if they got the time to fuck with shit, like, come on, man. We could be
Mhm.
going home early.
Mhm. Or getting out here on time and not having to rush.
Yeah.
You know, just take your
I
day.
love being able to get done with like a full 30 minutes to an hour to clean and just be ready to go when it's time to go.
Thank you. And I also like to be able to hit my numbers and not break my back doing it. You know, like just cruise through the day. These
Yeah.
guys, they want
Stay
to
busy.
yeah, we'll start at 5:30 and they will hardly do anything and I'm busting my ass and I have to bust my ass in the mornings until 9:30 because after 9:30 cuz we go on break. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's after our first break. When they come back from their first break, it's like they're completely woke up. And after they get woke up from 9:30 to 12 o'clock, it's it's cruising from then on with these guys. But after lunch, it goes right back downhill. So what I found out is I have to be the slave from 5:30 until 9:30, and then from 9:30 till 12 I can cruise. But if I go in there and bullshit like they bullshit, oh man, we'd be working over every day. Well, Raven helps me out in the mornings now too, 'cause he noticed it. He was like, "Man,
Yeah.
if we don't work, then we're screwed 'cause these guys do not wake up." I was like, "No, bro." And like they will work enough. They got their eyes. They know where to look and what to look for. So like if the foreman starts coming or whatnot, they will look the busiest they've ever worked in their life. But once they walk away, it's back to
Ain't
standing
there
around.
cameras?
Yeah, in certain areas, cameras to watch product if it's being stolen, like wires and tips and nozzles and
Yeah.
and then an overview. But that place is so big, you know, every department's like crammed together in a way, and it's just hard to. And we got curtains that so we don't blind people that's walking by. So it's hard.
Yeah.
There's a lot of blind spots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of blind.
Easy to hide not working.
And you have to have these curtains up due to OSHA, so you don't blind somebody that's walking past you.
Yeah.
You know? So
Yeah.
yeah, there's a bunch of hot, bunch of ways in and outs. So, and then
Yeah.
it's not for me to sit there and tell you to get to work because I don't get paid for that, and two, it's just gonna cost me my job at the end of the day because I'm end up fighting you if you get smart with me. So I just keep my mouth shut and then take my anger out on my work. But
Yeah.
but besides that, utility itself is not a bad place. If utility had a bunch of people with work ethic and pride in work, utility is a work easy zone. The reason why I say it's kick ass is because they do have a bunch of people there that shouldn't even work a construction job, let alone weld. They don't have no work
Yeah.
ethic, no pride in their work. I wouldn't trust them to change my oil. I mean, it's just that
Right.
simple, you know, and that's what makes utility hard. But as a company, great company, and people talk smack about it, and I'm like, Go find another
Well,
company that's gonna pay
You got to
you
you got to
six.
find a company that's going to actually get rid of the shit workers and keep the good workers.
Well, the
That's
thing,
a really good company.
well, they started doing that, and then when they did that, they noticed that a lot of people don't want to come to work no more, and we started getting screwed. So, you take what you can get right now in the workforce. I mean, you really do.
There is that in this area.
Yeah. So,
That's why there's not a lot of industry in this area because of the workforce that's available.
yeah, it's saddening, and I'm noticing that. But like
The
the,
older we get, the more we realize
hmm
there are some downfalls to around here. That's for sure.
oh yeah, and then like the company itself, it's like I've worked for a bunch of companies, and what I feel about utility, they're like, "Are you gonna retire from here?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "You're stupid." I'm like, "Okay," but 20 years from now, when you've been putting into your 401k like I used to, and you only got like 50 or $60,000 that you paid to yourself out of your own paychecks and sacrifice, I'm walking out the door with a six-figure check that was given to me for just pulling 20 years here.
Yeah.
So that's called a pension. So I think that's cool. Their insurance is the best insurance I've ever had.
I haven't found a place where I felt I could give them 20 years.
I do agree with you on that. Now that is like when I try not to look at it like that. I treat utility like I was incarcerated. I don't think of days. I don't think of weeks. I just wake up and go to work, and that's the
Yeah.
best thing for me. And then next thing you know, you turn around, you done did 5 years. It's time to go home. That's how it was for me. Because I asked one of the guys when I was like, man, I don't know if I can do 5 years. And he's like, the worst thing you can do is do what you're doing now. You're calling it 5 years. Just it's your life now. Wake up every day as if you was outside, and just when you wake up when you're free, you don't think of, well, I got 70 years to live. You just wake up and be like, oh, it's another day. Okay, so that's how you have to do it. And that's how I do
One of these
utility.
fuckers is doing god awful amounts of damage.
He's in the far back right, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's extremely tanky too. So like, I just got to keep killing him until there's only him left, and I've about got it. Uh,
Okay, I need to play this guy. Okay, I can't
oh.
Okay, Spell Gorger Weird. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on Spell Gorger, so he'll become a 3/3. Okay. I want to pass. Oh, what's that, a 1/1?
There's two of them.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh fuck. Dude, that thing is tanky too. It exploding killed me. Fuck. I shouldn't have dropped down. My monkey jumped up when I jumped down, and that was the time that...
My monkey jumped up when I jumped down. My brain's in the gutter. Oh god.
What happened?
Hey you. My brain's in the gutter,
I mean, wouldn't you call that a monkey?
I don't. When you said my monkey jumped up when I jumped down, I'm like your dick went up when you went to sleep. I don't know why my brain
His
went there.
name's Meat Thief.
I see the video, but like I was watching Magic, and like when you said that, my brain was just in a dark place. I was like, oh god, this is
Only
bad.
thing I'm worried about is this area respawning
Yeah.
before I kill him.
Man, the movement on here is so nice.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think you and Ashton both would like this game.
I got Crash Bandicoot and the fourth one, and I got him what was the other video game?
Dude, I'm not doing any damage to him. Look.
Oh yeah, Hot Wheels racing. It's like the Hot Wheels
Oh
track.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to play an old version of that.
Dude, it's. I'm trying to get him out of Fortnite. Like, nothing wrong with Fortnite, but I'm trying to just broaden his. Like, dude, there's more
Yeah.
games out there, bro. Like,
Fortnite's not end all be all.
yeah,
Like,
that's just how I felt. I'm like, you're wasting your
experience.
childhood. Like, when we was kids, like, there was so many games we played, you know? Like, there was just so much.
That shield blocks everything. That's the problem. Fight! Hey, monkey! Pick me up! He's like, I'm tired of picking your ass up. Let's see if I go to Beskar, if that helps. I got some other armor I can try. You know what? Have you watched Mandalorian?
Yes. I mean, I haven't kept up with it, but I like it.
You know, he wears Beskar armor.
Huh. I do know that his armor is like some of the best armor, though. Like, I remember watching an episode when he went to go get more armor, and that lady was in
It's
there.
made out of Beskar, and it's the hardest material known to the helm.
Beskar.
Beskar, of course, is science fiction, but
Or is it science fiction? There's still things we ain't discovered yet. Like what's all on an asteroid? You know what I mean? Like if an asteroid was to land on our planet and crash,
depends on the asteroid.
like
There's all kinds of different asteroids with different materials.
exactly that we know of as of right now. But just think about like a certain asteroid just comes and land and hits our planet. We find new minerals and things. It's just like I feel like there's
Monkey,
just
monkey,
things
monkey,
out
monkey. Here, monkey, 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 monkey. About got one dead. One is dead. Why can't I move? Yes, I'm gonna get him. Fuck you. Oh shit, stuff is starting to respawn back.
I don't think I want to do that yet.
Okay, I don't see no legendaries on the map. I'm going. You ever think about what's really real, man?
Yeah. Like, what about time? Like, me and Jesse Hazelwood was talking about this one time. He was like, if I never came past your house, would you be at your house? You know, and like, if I never went to the grocery store, would there be bread in that grocery store? Or is it just when I go to the grocery store, the bread's there in that time? And I was like, where are you going with this, man? And he went pretty deep into it, you know, I can't remember all of it, but he was just like, what if nothing's really is existing everywhere? Like, you went to the store and got bread, but
Simulation sucks.
yeah, simulation. So like, if you leave the store, is the bread still there? How do you know the bread is still there?
You don't, but it's still there.
But you see where he was going with it though,
Yeah.
and I was just like, man, I've never thought like that. But yeah, he went pretty deep. Jesse Hazelwood went pretty deep on us, and it was bad too because I was halfway drunk when he brought that up because he was drinking. I was like, man, this is not the time frame to talk about this. But yeah,
It's more of the time frame.
uh, I can't think deep when I'm drunk. Now, if I'm high or on shrooms, I feel like I can think pretty deep. But when I'm drunk, I'm just, blah. I just want to relax. I'm like water. I just want to flow over things. Hey, did you hear this argument? Water is not wet. Have you heard that yet?
Yeah, water is not wet. How can it be wet? It makes
Exact-
things wet.
Exactly.
See, my mind already thinks like that
Yeah.
on everything.
I never
I
thought
think
of
of,
water like
I
that.
always, well, not only that, but I always think of things from usually about 17 different perspectives before I make a conclusion.
Okay.
Like last night when my buddy told me to download Fortnite to play with him, I was like, I uninstalled it. And he's like, just download it and it'll be ready in the morning. I was like, nah, bro, I uninstalled it. He's like, and I was like, no, I know what you're saying, but you're not hearing what I'm saying. I uninstalled it because I don't want to play it. He goes, oh.
Now I get you.
See, I understood what you said, but you didn't understand what I said.
Wah, wah, wah.
Can you extrapolate? Smoking that AK-47. Whoa. Dude, this is so trippy. It's like you flash in and out of memories past and like, look, reality is twisting.
Whoa. Dude, the world is. Oh, and it goes backward. Oh. Imagine you tripping and like that really
Yeah.
happens to you. I would have to be like, Garrett, I have to sit
Dude,
down. I have to sit
if
down.
you if you're ever tripping, there's a show on Netflix, Midnight Gospel.
Midnight Gospel.
It's a podcast that's been animated,
Okay.
and it's some trippy shit.
I need to look into that.
See, where this is in a psycho's mind, it doesn't have to hold true to reality. So shit's pretty fucked up, and he's got a lot of grief and anguish and loss and torture. He was tortured. That's what makes a psycho a psycho. They were tortured. It's kind of what the story of this one is. And it's the whip crackers. doing, monkey?
This dude just whooped my ass, bro. So he had a card, Spellgorger Weird. It's where he gained control of my cards and went against me.
Uses your shit against you. What kind of fucker does that shit?
Yeah, I gotta take a break from Magic. My brain, whew. It's like overheating. Yeah, already. Oh. Kizzo, I'm gonna take me a little intermission break. I'm gonna get off here and get me something to eat, and I'll be back on in a little bit.
Alright. Yeah, I need to get me something to eat too.
Alright, bro. I'll see you in a few, bro.
Alright, I need to clear this out before I take my break.